Como pueden ver, son personas que tienen un rostro, son seres humanos que han sido víctimas de una serie de acciones represivas de un gobierno, de un régimen contra una población civil. Quería mostrar estas imágenes porque de lo que estamos hablando es de esto, ¿no? De Venezuela. Con el dato actualizado de 1.304 detenciones, estamos hablando de 40 casos de tortura que están documentados. Estamos hablando de más de 300 ciudadanos venezolanos, hombres y mujeres, que han sido heridos producto de las acciones violentas de las fuerzas del Estado, pero también de grupos armados irregulares, paramilitares, y estamos hablando de 22 víctimas desde el 12 de febrero hasta el día de hoy que han perdido la vida por estos hechos.
10 votos en contra, 4 abstenciones y un ausente. La resolución de convocatoria a una reunión de consulta de ministros de Relaciones Exteriores queda aprobada. No había.
Estaba en Altamira protestando y un guardia nacional le disparó a quemarropa una bomba lacrimógena y lo mató. Dispararon en el tórax, en el corazón.
Sense of shock, a sense of helplessness, really, from the demonstrators. Another completely mindless death. From what we understand, this young woman, she wasn't even protesting. She got caught up in a scuffle between the protesters and sort of pro-government militia in the western city of San Cristobal, and yeah, died again. This comes a day after Maduro has called his protesters on the street with arms. He said he's going to give a rifle to every supporter to defend the revolution. He said he's going to unleash thousands of armed paramilitaries against the opponents that call for his ouster. So, you know, a real sense of cynicism here as well, because as these young people being shot dead, Maduro's on television dancing, singing to his official, and saying that he's going to keep governing just as if nothing happened.
El Herodes moderno, el Herodes de este tiempo, que va a ser derrotado por el pueblo palestino y por los pueblos del mundo que creemos en la paz, en el derecho a la vida, en el derecho al territorio que tiene el pueblo palestino y tienen todos los pueblos del mundo.
محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله.
Ustedes no ven el imperio yanqui, ustedes no ven la masacre que el Estado genocida de Israel cometió contra un grupo de pacifistas que iban llevando una carga humanitaria al pueblo palestino que está en Gaza, rodeado por todos lados por Israel. No les permiten ni agua. Masacraron a una gente ahí, ustedes lo vieron, ¿verdad? Bueno, vean ustedes Estados Unidos. Estados Unidos lo que dijo que está preocupado. Están preocupados. Imagínense, Alcalá, Dios nos libre, que eso hubiera ocurrido en aguas venezolanas. Ya estaríamos invadidos. tengan la seguridad que ya nos hubieran invadido. Pero no, como es Israel, se le permite de todo. Entonces, ese es un ejemplo de doble moral. El gobierno de Obama condena el terrorismo, siempre y cuando no sea cometido por ellos mismos. Por ellos, Estados Unidos o sus aliados, Israel. Nos acusa a nosotros, a mí me acusan de patrocinar el terrorismo. Son ellos los que patrocinan el terrorismo. Aprovecho para condenar de nuevo, desde el fondo de mi alma y de mis vísceras, al Estado de Israel. Maldito sea Estado de Israel. Maldito sea. Terroristas y asesinos. ¡Y viva el pueblo palestino!
An accused drug lord is sent back to his native Venezuela after being captured in Colombia. But he claims he worked with the Venezuelan army and government officials in his billion-dollar drug operation.
Suspected drug lord Walid Bled was led back to his native country, Venezuela, on Monday after being extradited from Colombia. Bled, also known as the Turk, is suspected of being one of the world's biggest traffickers.
According to court papers on Thursday, two of Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro's relatives have been indicted in the U.S. for cocaine smuggling. The two men, who are nephews of Maduro's wife and First Lady Celia Flores, were charged in a one-count indictment filed in federal court in Manhattan. The charge against them alleged that in October, the pair participated in meetings in Venezuela regarding a shipment of cocaine that was to be sent to the United States via Honduras. Maduro and other senior officials have long said accusations of collusion with drug trafficking by the United States are part of an international campaign to discredit socialism in Venezuela.
Venezuela operates as Iran's main hub. Prior to 2005, Iran invested nothing in the South American country. Yet in the past 6 years alone, Iran and Venezuela have conducted over $40 billion in trade, as strongman Hugo Chavez has welcomed the Iranians with open arms.
They have identified each other as mutually useful, beneficial partners. And so as Iran has attempted to evade international sanctions, Hugo Chavez has invited them in to basically establish a platform that allows Iran to use the Venezuelan banking system.
He says in addition to banking, the Iranians are using Venezuela to mine uranium for use in nuclear weapons. There have also been reports of a planned Iranian missile base in Venezuela.
These missiles would obviously be able to reach urban centers in Florida, but they would also be able to reach the Panama Canal. And if they debilitate the Panama Canal, that would have profound economic consequences for the United States.
Former State Department official Roger Noriega says Hezbollah uses Latin America for training, fundraising, and much more. A recent Italian media report said the group has even established a cell in Cuba.
There's a network of mosques and Islamic centers throughout Latin America that are part of this network. They recruit through them, they process people through them.
The most promising recruits, including Latin American converts to Islam, are sent back to the Iranian holy city of Qom for training.
Conventional wisdom is it's all religious training, but no, they learn terrorist techniques, explosives and bomb making and arms training.
U.S. law enforcement officials fear Hezbollah is sharing some of those same techniques with Mexican drug cartels along America's southern border. Mexican authorities arrested a Hezbollah operative last year for attempting to establish a large network in that country.
You've got narco drug cartel tunnels underneath the southern border that resemble what you find in southern Lebanon that are built by Hezbollah.
Wherever Iran goes, its terrorist proxy Hezbollah follows. That includes Latin America. Hezbollah has maintained a presence in the notorious tri-border region for 3 decades. It used this lawless area, located where Brazil, Argentina, and Paraguay meet, as a launching pad to attack a Jewish community center in Buenos Aires and the Israeli embassy in Argentina during the early 1990s. Hundreds of people died in those attacks. Hezbollah set up shop in this specific area because of its large population of Arab expatriates. It's used the same strategy on Margarita Island, just off the coast of Venezuela.